What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Darian, and I am the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. On my channel, I talk about fragrances as well as fashion. So if you like looking good and smelling great, then you found the right channel. Go ahead and click that subscribe button. And take another quick second to go ahead and click the bell icon as well. That way you get notified every time I upload new content on the channel. So guys, on today's video, I'm going to be talking about 10 very affordable but high quality designer fragrances. I want to put the emphasis on this video on high quality because I think it's really a good proposition to find a great fragrance that smells great, but also has a certain level of quality that accompanies that fragrance at a great price. I think that's a great value proposition, and that's the kind of fragrances we're going to be talking about today. I have 10 fragrances that I do want to mention. Now, there's some fragrances out there that smell great as well that are inexpensive, but sometimes you kind of can pick up on that really is, and I hate to use this word, is used overly used in this community, but synthetic vibes with these fragrances. But these fragrances, I think, carry a great value as far as the quality piece as well. So that's what this list is about. So anyway, we're going to be talking about those kind of fragrances today. So if that interests you, if you want to pick up some high quality designer fragrances at a great cost, then I recommend you go ahead and stay tuned. Keep it locked right here. All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's go ahead and jump right into this video. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each of these fragrances, but I do want to at least mention them so that you'll have a good reference point and some fragrances to look to if you're looking for something that's high quality but not a high cost. So the first fragrance on the list today comes from the house of Armaf, and this one is Club de Nuit Milestone. To my knowledge, this is one of the best interpretations of Creed's Millesime Imperial. They got it about 95% right with this fragrance, man. And this one, you're only looking at about that $40 price range. And we all know, of course, Creed prices are very, very expensive. So if you can get 95% of Millesime Imperial at $40, then I say this is a great proposition. And again, like most Armaf fragrances, there is a certain level of quality that these fragrances carry. So of course, that's why I made the list from the house of Armaf. This is Club de Nuit Milestone. The next fragrance on my list comes from the house of Bulgari, and this one is called Acqua Atlantiqve. Now, a lot of people talk about Acqua Amara. I'm not a fan of that fragrance. I love this one though. This one does remind me a lot of Dylan Blue, which is another designer scent that I think is nice quality, could have made this list. But what I like about this one is it gives you Dylan Blue vibes with an aquatic, sea salty undertone. Man, this stuff is really, really good for the summertime. And again, honestly, for me, most fragrances from the house of Bulgari carry a certain level of quality, and I think it's kind of an underrated house. But anyway, that's another video for another day. Check this one out from the house of Bulgari. This is Acqua Atlantiqve. All right, the next fragrance on this list, guys, comes from the house of Montblanc, another highly underrated designer fragrance house in my opinion, but this one is called Montblanc Presence. Montblanc Presence. Now, I don't know why this fragrance doesn't get more recognition in this community, and it could be the fact that it was released in 2001 and maybe people have kind of forgotten about it, but I'm going to revive this fragrance because, guys, it deserves some attention. This is a beautiful fragrance. It has some of my favorite notes. It has apple in it, heliotrope, and of course cinnamon. And I tend to really like fragrances with cinnamon, one of my favorite spices. But man, this stuff is so good. It's kind of gentlemanly but really fresh and clean at the same time. Always a recipe for success in my book. And again, most Montblanc fragrances have some pretty nice quality to go with it. So check this one out from the house of Montblanc. This one is called Montblanc Presence. Guys, the next fragrance up on this list comes from the house of John Varvatos, and this is Artisan Pure. Artisan Pure, arguably one of the best releases from the house of John Varvatos. This is a nice, clean, white floral fragrance. Kind of reminds me of another designer fragrance that I like from the house of Mason Margiela, which is Under the Lemon Trees. Not exactly the same, but kind of gives me that same kind of calming vibe. I really enjoy this one. This is some nice quality. Jean Varvatos fragrances overall have nice quality. Of course, they kind of suffer in the performance category, but for what it is, this one really does well overall. High quality designer scent from the house of Jean Varvatos. I know you've heard about this one, but if you haven't, check it out. This one is called Artisan Pure. The next fragrance on my list today comes from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. I've talked a lot about this fragrance over the past 2 months, and I will continue to do so because I love it. This is called Acqua Essenziale Blue. Acqua Essenziale Blue. I'm a big fan of course, Bleu de Chanel. I have every iteration of that fragrance. And one day when they come out with the Le Parfum version, which they probably will, I will pick that one up as well. But man, if you want to get your hands on something that's going to give you a similar vibe to Bleu de Chanel, it's not an exact clone, but it does give you a similar vibe. But guys, I really like the quality of this fragrance, and I always say this or talk about this when I mention this fragrance. I picked this up in a gift set for 21 bucks. So this is one, of course, like most fragrances on this list, you're gonna find for under the $50 price point. So this one, most places I've seen this is between 25 and 35 bucks. But check this one out from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo. This is Acqua Essenziale Blue. The next fragrance on this list comes from the house of Versace, and this is Versace Man Eau Fraiche. Designer or niche, one of my most used favorite fragrances to wear in the summer. When the summertime rolls around, I can just douse myself in this stuff, and I know I'm going to smell fresh. I'm going to smell very, very clean. It's fresh, it's clean, it's lively, it's invigorating. One of my favorite scents to wear in the summertime, designer or niche. Very high quality stuff from the house of Versace. This is called Man Eau Fraiche. The house of Versace going back to back. This next fragrance from the house of Versace as well. This one is called Versace The Dreamer. Now this is another one that I think gets lost in the shuffle because of when it was released. This was released, I think, in the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken. But man, this is a beautiful scent from the house of Versace. It's a nice, clean, powdery tobacco fragrance. And again, for what you're gonna pay for this one, at this point, this is some really, really nice quality juice in this bottle. So check this one out. Again, it's an oldie, but a goodie from the house of Versace. This is Versace The Dreamer. The next fragrance on this list needs no introduction on this kind of list. I'm not even gonna spend a lot of time talking about it, but Bentley Intense for Men. I was gonna leave it off because most people know about this one. It's known for being a high quality designer fragrance at this price point, but I just couldn't leave it off. And these are in no particular order, but this is a nice kind of creamy, ambery fragrance right here. So check this one out. Like I said, you've heard about this one before on this kind of list from the house of Bentley. This is Bentley Intense for Men. The next fragrance on the list, surprise, we're going back to the house of Montblanc, and this is Montblanc Legend Spirit. Legend Spirit, another one that's become a staple for me when it's hot outside. Spring, summer, throw this one on. It reminds me a lot of Popeye Eau Fraiche, Lamel Popeye Eau Fraiche. Reminds me somewhat of that fragrance, but again, really, really nice quality at this price point. So check this one out as well. I highly recommend this one from the house of Montblanc. This is Legend Spirit. And last but not least, if you guys have noticed, there are several fragrance houses that made more than one appearance on this list, and we're going back to the house of Armaf for this last fragrance, and this one is Club de Nuit Sillage. Club de Nuit Sillage. I did a video and compared this to Silver Mountain Water. 95% close, but this is some quality juice inside this bottle. So if you like Silver Mountain Water from Creed like I do, you'll certainly enjoy this one from the house of Armaf. This is Club de Nuit Sillage. All right, guys, that's it. That's my time. I hope you enjoyed this video as I gave you guys 10 great affordable recommendations that have great quality. As always, I appreciate your time and attention to these videos because, of course, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with me, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and share these videos out to folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I am Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.